reflections of you. All of life forms are the reflections of the divine. All of life works just for your good. All of life works just for your good. All of life works just for your
Five minutes past 7. It's a beautiful and gorgeous evening, and you are welcome to Hour of Awakening and Empowerment. This program is brought to you by Ethereum Mission International, the Center for Spiritual Empowerment. We are live on Ansahfuah Radio, Arabopa and Ethereum Radio. And the main purpose of this program is to awaken us to who and what we are as spirit beings. You will have the opportunity to call in and ask your questions or contribute, and as well leave your comments and questions on Facebook if you are watching us live, or on our Skype Ansahfuah Radio. Today on the show, we have a very beautiful lady. We miss her. This year, I presume this is the first time she's on the show, but she's been with us several times. I personally miss her, and some of our viewers and listeners have been asking, where is Abigail? Where is Abigail today? Viewers and our listeners, Abigail is here. Your questions have been answered. So the speaker for this evening is Sister Abigail Ansahfuah Essel. Hello, Abigail. Hello, Abigail.
Hello, Dorcas.
Wow, I'm happy to meet you once again, to have you on the show. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm good, and I'm particularly excited also because we are in our anniversary period. So we did our luncheon last week, and I mean we are in the anniversary moment, so it's quite exciting. So I'm good. I'm really good.
Great. Some of our viewers were asking, well, have you hidden? I mean, are you hiding, or what is happening? Did the corona cause any harm? Did you go into quarantine, or what happened?
No, I've been around. School took me away for a while, but I've been around.
Great. You are welcome once again. We are really pleased to have you once again.
Thank you.
Abigail, as you take us through your topic, life's bigger picture. Life's bigger picture.
Okay, thank you, Dorcas. So welcome, listeners. My name is Abigail Ansahfuah Essel. I'm your speaker for today. So I welcome you all to Ethereum Mission, the Center for Spiritual Empowerment. Our vision is that of a unified world in which everyone is a catalyst that is activating and promoting the innate good in one another. And so imagine a world where the good in me is seeking to promote the good in you. And the good in you is equally seeking to promote the good in me. And that is the world and the vision of Ethereum Mission. So to join us to celebrate this vision, we are located in Accra in Ghana at the General Accra Highway next to the Guel filling station. Our telephone number is 0264 177 333. Or you can also reach us on 0548 177 633. So now these are equally our WhatsApp numbers. And so if you want to receive our daily inspirational messages, you can equally reach us on these numbers. Also, if you believe in the good that we are here to promote, and you equally want to support us with our programs, these are also our mobile money numbers. And so you can at any time send your contributions through these numbers. Also in Ghana, we are located in Takrade at the Dave Street in Anaji Estates, and our telephone number is 0561 166 330. Now, also, if you are Kumasi and not also left out, you can equally fellowship with us at the Derba Court Hotel behind Dr. Badu and Nadiembra. Our telephone number is 0561 166 331. If you are also in the UK, we have a branch in the UK at the 58 Grange Park Avenue, Mitcham, Surrey. And the postcode is CR4 2DG. And the number to reach is 020-864-6129. God bless you. So going straight into our teaching for today. My teaching for today is life's bigger picture. Life's bigger picture. So sometimes in life, we find ourselves in situations where we simply do not understand why we are in these situations. And we wonder why we are even in these situations. Some situations can be very tough. And so we become very frustrated, and at times we tend to give up. We look at life and we just wonder, life just doesn't make sense to us because of what's happening to us. Now this happens when we feel sometimes that there's nothing really in our life that is working. It just seems and appears that our life is at a standstill. Then we begin to question God. Why me? Why this situation happening to me? And we begin to, for some people even tend to begin to doubt the existence of God and wonder what our essence or why they are even here on earth. Now, in some extreme cases, suicide seems to be the best option for some people. Now, this also sometimes happens when we rely so much on our human interpretations of things, and so we fail to see life's bigger picture. Society has also played a very critical role in how we manage to see God's picture for us. Society has completely influenced our perceptions and our perspectives from which we look at life's big picture. And so, for example, we are probably expected to even get married at, say, age 30, especially for women, because of our supposed biological clock. And so, any society tends to label women that are not able to get this done at this point, at that age. There's so much intense pressure sometimes from even the families as well as the society. And this pressure is even making some ladies go through a lot of pain and they feel left out in life. To society, life's bigger picture is really about go to school, get a good job, get married, get a family. And so any deviation outside of societal expectation, you get to be labeled with some names or judged by the society. Again, we tend to give up and we tend not to see life's bigger picture because we become frustrated with life, and because life is not unfolding the way we expect it to. And because we are also so drowned in our human lives and have entered into survival mode such that we live each day as though yesterday and today are not related. We live each day as though they are separate from each other and that they have no relationship to the past. We often do not even spend time to reflect on our past and analyze it carefully, to pick up the lessons from our past and to move on. It's a new day, so just simply forget about the past and move on. But The past is a very key element in our present because the actions that we take in the past is what really influences our current situations. So it's important for us to choose to see life's bigger picture in every situation and not allow societal expectations or our own human interpretations to drown us down and to make us feel depressed. Now, there's a video of an old woman. Perhaps some of you might have seen this video. Now, this old woman was seated in a chair and her cane fell on the street. And there was a young man by this old woman who the old man kept looking at this young man, expecting that this young man would pick up this cane for her walking cane for her. This young man, from all indications, had no intentions of picking the cane. And so the old woman, with her painful knees, gradually got up to pick the cane. Now, as soon as this woman was able to pick up her cane, she got up from where she was seated to pick up her walking cane. From nowhere, there was a huge television set that fell right where she was sitting. And so you see, there's a mystery in life that we simply cannot understand, because to her, she probably didn't know why the young man refused, but life was telling her to get up from where she was sitting. And I'm sure most of us have also had certain scenarios like that. Some of us have probably even missed the bus and felt very frustrated because we felt that we were going to be late for an event, or that was the only chance for us to get a bus. And then later on, you get to find out perhaps the bus might have been involved in an accident. Simply just bring to mind any situation that you feel you have escaped, or you realize that you escaped and you felt that you were denied, but later on you found out that that situation was needed for you to escape a terrible situation. So now, if you have such a situation, go back and ask yourself, would you feel that pain you were feeling because you felt left out or because you felt betrayed at that point in time? Or will you be grateful that that situation happened because it turned out that that was a situation that you needed to get through a very terrible situation? And so you see, everything in life certainly does happen for a reason. We are in uncommon times. We are in the COVID times. We are in the COVID pandemic times, and which has affected the whole world pretty much. Everyone is having an effect from that. Now, while people have lost their jobs, some also have made money. Now, have you even paused to understand what the bigger picture of this whole pandemic is all about? Certainly, God is purposeful, and nothing he does is just for the sake of it. Everything that he does certainly does happen for a reason. And hence, definitely, there is a bigger picture to this whole COVID. Now, are we seeing the bigger picture of this COVID? This bigger picture where the isolation and the distancing even requires us to set our priorities straight, where people are even in fear of losing their lives. And so the bigger picture of realizing that your life is valuable, your life is of utmost importance to you. And even how are we cherishing the life that we have now? What are we doing, or what ways are we living our life right now? And what new decisions are we making or taking such that even at the end of this entire pandemic, something good or will become a better version of ourselves? So just like the sea is cleansing itself, life also is cleansing itself. And it is time for us also to just sit down and pause and also cleanse ourselves. How are we even cleansing ourselves to embrace this COVID? And even with our thinking. So when I say haven't seen a bigger picture, what does it mean when I talk about life's bigger picture? So to see life's bigger picture is for you to deeply reflect on life and view life from the perspective of a purposeful God. It requires you also to connect the dots to events or circumstances that have happened in your life in order to see the big picture. You know, as kids, there was a game that we used to play where there are so many tiny dots on a sheet of paper, and we are expected to map out the dots to create a picture. It's only by mapping out the dots do we actually get to see the clear picture of whatever dots pattern has been created. And that is simply what life expects us to do. Life expects us to put the bits and pieces of events that have happened together and appreciate how they even make sense, for us to appreciate how they make sense, and we'll then realize that they all fit just perfectly together. Seeing life's bigger picture also is about realizing the law of cause and effect, knowing that every action, there's a positive or negative effect to every action. And so seeing life's bigger picture is appreciating the relationship between what is happening in your life right now, the actions that you have taken right now, which is sometimes as a result of certain actions that you might have taken. So for example, if you eat too much, you tend to gain weight. When you don't study, you would probably most likely fail in an examination. And so to every action that we take, it's about us realizing that there are also consequences to these actions that we take. Now, sometimes we are unable to tell the connection between these actions and the corresponding results. Recognizing the relationship between these occurrences in our lives may sometimes still not even make sense, but we are required to live in integrity with ourselves and with life, knowing that surely God's divine intention is manifesting and will manifest itself, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And so what do we need to see life's bigger picture? To see life's bigger picture simply just requires you to trust in life, trust in God, trust in life's process. And so in John 13, we are told of the story where Jesus humbled himself and knelt down to wash the feet of his disciple, Peter. Now, Peter, who did not even understand why he did that, questioned. And Jesus answered in the verse 13, verse 7, John 13, verse 7, saying that, "What I do, thou knowest not now, but thou shalt know hereafter." That is to say that there might be things that are happening to you right now. You might be experiencing very terrible situations right now, but God has a bigger picture for you. God has a bigger plan for you. And it's for you to realize and understand and appreciate what is happening to you now. God's intention for us is certainly bigger and mightier than what we perceive. Now, when you even stand at the beach, and you look across the ocean, you notice that it appears that even the earth has fallen off, or what you see, or it might seem like it doesn't end. Or it might seem like that's the end of the ocean, because you cannot see the end of it, but there's certainly more to that you cannot see. So it's about you trusting in God and not limiting God to what you see. We cannot, with our human minds, understand or even know why God does the things he does. So in our inability to see or ascertain what happens next or what is beyond our situation does not mean that God is not aware of what's happening. He is fully aware, because God is an omniscient God. Even before he created you, he knew what will happen. And so don't be in that situation and be thinking that there is no God, or God, you've been left, or you feel deserted, and that there's no God working or looking out for your highest good. Life and God is really sometimes difficult to understand, but you simply just need to put your trust in him and know that there's always a bright future. There's always a bright future. Now, there's so many stories of other people that have even been in worse situations than you are, and they place their trust in God, and now they are experiencing and celebrating the goodness that came out of it. And so certainly your turn would also come. To see life's bigger picture, you also need to stay steadfast and keep moving on. Keep moving on. Do not be confused or worried about when things don't fall into place. Especially when you have put in all the work. You've put in all the work and yet things just don't seem to fall into place. Do not be puzzled when your never-ending prayers seem not to be even answered. Do not feel overwhelmed when your life seems to be at a standstill, with nothing working, or seems like there's no way out. In such moments, stay steadfast and continue with whatever effort that you are putting in, and know that certainly one day you will reap the benefits of your actions. Life's intention will certainly come into play. You may not see where you are headed or where the road will turn. Go forward anyway, and do not drown yourself in the pain. Pick yourself up and just go forward and trust in life's process. Life is full of ups and downs, and it is all part of life's beautiful process. There are several setbacks, unexpected destinations in our lives. It could be career setbacks, the loss of a loved one, divorce, pandemics. There are several setbacks, and you are certainly not the first to experience that. But we are also told in Romans 8:28 that all things work together for good to them that love God and to them who are called according to his purpose. All things. It didn't say only good things. It said all things work together for good for those that love God. Seeing life's bigger picture also requires that you surround yourself with people who love you even on days that you feel you don't even love yourself more. Now, the kind of people you keep around you can either limit your perspective about who or what God is. So you need to be careful about the people that you surround yourself around. Avoid people that tend to always bring you down and always seem to look at the negative side of things that are happening in your life. But rather surround yourself with people that can motivate you to become the best that you can be. And so the people that you keep around you is also a huge factor. You also need to make conscious efforts and always be in a position to handle the consequences with faith. You also need to have faith in whatever situation that you are currently in. Simply have faith and stay positive at all times. Hebrews 11:1 tells us that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So even if you cannot see the end, or even if it feels like there's no good coming out of it, simply just go on and know that life or God's hand is in whatever it is you are doing. And certainly you are not alone in the pain or frustration that you are experiencing. Also know that you are the immaculate child of God. You are God in expression, and you were created in the image and likeness of God. And so there's a favorite saying by our leader and founder, Brother Ishmael, that says that life will not breathe itself as you if it has no intentions of maintaining you. Life will not breathe itself as you if it has no intentions of maintaining you. That means that life brought you here and has set all the resources that you need for you to achieve the highest and the best that you can be. And so whatever situation that you are going through, there is a higher version, there is a bigger picture that you probably cannot see. Simply just trust in life's process. While life can often be difficult to understand, there's a much bigger picture being played out than what we can't see. That we can't see. So how do we see life's bigger picture? So it is sometimes easy to connect these dots and understand why you are experiencing what you are experiencing. However, it's also sometimes difficult to understand why you are experiencing what you are experiencing. And so the story of Steve Jobs, one of the most famous and richest inventors in the world, one spoke about the importance of connecting the dots and appreciating whatever situation you are going through. And then he said, and I quote, again, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect the dots looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in the future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. This approach has never let me down, and this has made all the difference in my life. And this is a quote from Steve Jobs. Now, this is a man who dropped out of school and ended up pursuing a course that did not even understand in that point in time why he was even pursuing the course. But later on, this same course that he took turned out to be the exact course that he needed for him to make that breakthrough and for him to set up his company. And so in that moment, he didn't really understand, but at the end, it made perfect sense to him. Even using my own life as an example and connecting the dots in my own life, way back, years back, I was actually scared of IT. I was scared of touching computers. Now our leader, Brother Ishmael, actually paid for me to study IT. That was years back. But I was scared, but I didn't tell him I was scared. But I gathered some courage and I was able to break through that fear of studying IT. Now, years down the line, I find myself pursuing IT. And trust me, IT was never the path that I thought I would pursue. But you see, in that moment where I was taking that IT course that he made me take, and I didn't understand why I was taking that course, it was life's way of preparing me to my current future. And now I'm really just into the IT field. And so, you see, that's just how life works. You might not understand why it's happening in that point in time, but later in life, later in the future, it simply just makes sense. To see life's bigger picture in a painful situation, really, what you need to do is to assess your past events or situations and just think about the kind of choices that you probably might have made that led you to that situation. Notice what you could have probably even done differently and pick those lessons and just move on. Bless your past experiences and know that whatever is happening is life. Life means well. Now, while you might not even be able to see this good clearly or be able to understand because the situation might be so painful, all you can do is just position yourself to receive or to see the possible infinite good that could come out from that situation. So yes, maybe at this moment you cannot see any good. You think there is no good. That's fine. But position yourself to see the possible and infinite possibility that could come out from that situation. And that is where possibility living comes in. Possibility living is an Ethereum mission technology which was developed by Ethereum Mission. Now, it is a spiritual tool that helps you to recognize the infinite possibilities, even in painful situations. It simply just has 3 steps. And the first step is, what if, and you add the negative of whatever is happening to you. And then the second is for you to add what we call the shrinker, the not statement. So you say what if, and then the shrinker. And then the third is what if plus the possibility. So to give you a practical example, let's say you are going through a painful ailment right now. So you just ask yourself, so what if I am sick? Anchor yourself in this sickness, feel you sick, and say what if you are sick. It's in line with the Bible verse that says that agree with your adversaries. So anchor yourself in the knowing that yes, I am sick. Don't deny the fact that you are sick. Yes, you are sick. So what if I am sick? And feel you sick. And now the second step is, what if you are not sick? The second step is you ask yourself, so what if you are not sick? And then the third step is, so what if I am strong and I am vibrant? What if I am strong and I am vibrant? So it's about you really anchoring yourself and agreeing with the painful or the negative situation, and then recalibrating your mind or repositioning yourself into seeing the possibilities that could possibly come out from that situation. And the possibility could be that, yes, you could be healthy, you could be strong. So focus on those possibilities and anchor yourself with all the evidences of health that you can think about. Bring to mind even health moments that you've been healthy, and anchor yourself in knowing that you are strong, you are vibrant. Now, regardless of whether or not you are in a good situation, gratitude is also very, very key. Being grateful simply allows you to position yourself to receive more of life's goodness and rid you of any pains that you may be experiencing. Gratitude simply allows you to see the good that is happening in everything. And so it's also important that you are simply grateful for whatever situation that you are in. You need to be grateful, and just to be grateful, you can just simply say that I am grateful to God for giving me my voice that is allowing me to speak, or I am grateful to God for giving me my legs that is allowing me to walk. Now, this will be even an example where your legs are in pain. Just be grateful for whatever situation that you are in. Now, when you are able to see life's bigger picture, you are able to endure and have a vision that is necessary for you to complete your task. You are also not deterred from setbacks in life. When you are also able to see life's bigger picture and connecting the dots, you are able to establish the relationships between things you did and things that might even happen or would have happened. And you are able to remain grateful because, like I mentioned, every occurrence in your life is interconnected and part of God's plan. And it's all part of God's plan and bigger picture for you. And so you need to trust in the process and not drown yourself so much in the painful situation that you are going through. Trust in life's process and know that there certainly is light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you, listeners. So once again, I invite you to Ethereum Mission, the Center for Spiritual Empowerment. So like I initially mentioned, we are celebrating our 45th anniversary, and our theme really is transforming lives, growing vision. So as part of our celebrations, we've already had our lunch, and as part of our celebration, this coming Sunday is our gifting day. Our gifting day where we honor and celebrate the good we see in other people, because that is really what we are all about. So I'm inviting you all to come along with your gifts. It could be as simple as a flower or any item. And even if you don't have any gifts, simply just come along. Now it's going to be in three folds, where the first is where you select 2 people where you give to. The second is you give to as many people as you can think about. And the third is you give something to your spiritual church, that is Ethereum Mission. You give something to the church as a way of showing gratitude. So like I said, it's a day going to be filled with love and a lot of gift sharing. So I'm inviting you this coming Sunday. Now, this is even our month of celebration. So I'm inviting you throughout this entire month to come and celebrate with us in all our celebrations this month. We also have the church cloth as part of our anniversary, which is on the 16th of August. 16th of August, that's next week, Sunday, 16th August. We also have a church cloth. And so just pass by our premises and order the church cloth from the secretariat. Now they are always available to give you as many pieces of clothes that you want, so you could join in our celebration. So once again, we are located at the General Ankara High Street, next to the Goa filling station in Sakaman. Our telephone number is 0264 177 633, Or you can also reach us on 0548 177 633. These are also our WhatsApp numbers, and so you can equally reach out to us if you want to be receiving our daily inspirational messages. They are equally our mobile numbers. So if you want to also support in the good that we believe in, you are free to just simply send your contributions and your donations to these numbers. Also, if you are in Accra, Kumasi, you are not left out. We also have a branch at the Derba Court Hotel behind Dr. Badu in Adiambra. And the telephone number is 0561 166 331. Also in Takrade, we have a branch at the Dave Street in Anaji Estates. And the telephone number is 0561 166 330. In the UK, we also have a branch, 58 Orange Park Avenue, Mitcham, Surrey, and the postcode is CR4 2DG. The phone number to reach is 020 8646 129. God bless you, and I look forward to seeing you in church this coming Sunday. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Thank you for the delivery. That was splendid. Pick up your phone if you are in the US, 00131563 4063. 00131563 If you are in the UK, 02081448180. 02081448180. And if you are outside of the United Kingdom, 00440 208-1448-180. 00440-208-1448-180. And as usual, you can leave your comments on our Skype account to forward you. And if you are watching us live on Facebook, you can as well leave your comments. Wow, Abigail is back. Yes, she's really back with a very beautiful topic, life's bigger picture. Abigail, I was just wondering, one of your, was it a statement from the Bible, caught my attention, and it's something I've been hearing almost all the time. All things work together for those that love God. So I've just been wondering, does it mean those who do not love God, or perhaps those who do not know God, they do not experience the goodness of God?
Everybody experiences the goodness of God, whether or not, because God is an all-loving person. He doesn't need you to make the statement that you love him for him to show that he's good to you. So whether or not you admit it or not, God is ever loving. And so it applies to everybody, whether or not you love God or not. Perhaps some even don't even refer to the Creator as God, but they believe in something that's brought them into existence.
Beautiful. Do you think there could be a deeper meaning to that phrase or that statement?
Sorry?
Do you think there is a deeper meaning to the statement?
Do I think there's a deeper meaning to the statement?
Yes. Yes, please.
Is that a
I
question?
would like to know if you think, for example,
I think it's as...
For example, you have made it clear that no matter, irrespective, it rains
Okay.
and shines on all, everyone, the good and the unjust. And you have rightly said that not necessarily those who love God, but everyone experiences the goodness of God. So my question is, do you think there is a deeper meaning to it? Perhaps maybe those who believe that there is a God and put their trust should know a kind of a coping strategy or something that the Bible is trying to just give them some kind of faith or hope. Would you suggest that is it, or perhaps is there a deeper meaning to it?
I think it can be taken as literal as it is, where all things work together for those who love God. That's why I mentioned earlier on that the word God is what we Christians refer to our Creator. You do not necessarily need to appreciate or reference your Creator as God, but the fact that you know that there's a presence that created you, or you know that there's a power higher than you, that is all that is important. Whether or not you believe in God, like you rightly said, God doesn't, like I mentioned earlier on, God doesn't really need you to admit that you love him or not. I mean, he's righteous to everybody, whether you believe in him or not.
Okay. So Emmanuel from Finland is asking whether there are some hindrances in seeing life's bigger picture. Are there hindrances in seeing life's bigger picture?
Certainly. So I mentioned that was part of my introductory message, where I indicated that society could have an effect on how we see life's bigger picture, because society's expectations and perceptions are based on human interpretations. And so society certainly could be a hindrance to you seeing and recognizing life's bigger picture. So that's one that I can talk about.
Okay. If I understood your delivery, I mean, it was very clear. It was very clear. So what I picked from your sermon is that we should take ourselves out of, the situation, the context, and look beyond. For example, certain things happening to you, you may think, oh, what is this? But later, if you should sit and reflect, you would know that it was for your good. As you rightly put it, you had some fears for IT, and you were privileged to have the leader and founder taking you through, and now you are a master of it. So, it's very clear. Apart from those hindrances, do you think perhaps we do not have the inner resources, in coping? For example, apart from society, if you are really grounded, you know who and what you are. Well, though you cannot take someone out of context. You cannot take someone out of context or the cultural or the environment to analyze the person. We are always influenced by this, that if you are really grounded, you know who you are, you understand your purpose in life and everything, you know that life is about pain is not about you. So no matter the challenge, you still look at the picture. So would you agree with me that sometimes it's the fact that we do not have enough innate or inner resources? That is why we are not able to look at the life's bigger picture.
Okay, so I wouldn't necessarily put it in the way you put it, that we do not have the innate resources, because everybody certainly has those innate resources. However, we are not fully aware or discovered our innate potentials, and as such, it has become a hindrance for us to even expressing ourselves to the fullest. Because if you feel you are not worthy, because you haven't identified the fact that you are a child of God or you're an expression of God, and you feel you have a low self-esteem, certainly when anything is happening to you, you think, or you might possibly think that God is not in control of what's happening to you, or that life is against you, because everything you do is not working out. And it's probably because you haven't even identified the fact that whatever you need to become the best that you have is right within you. So I'll just paraphrase the statement, or rephrase the statement that you made. We all do have the innate potentials. However, not everybody has been able to fully discover and express it, which has led to low self-esteem in some people, which has also affected their perceptions about God and what is happening to them.
Yes, I agree with you to an extent, and I would disagree to another extent in the fact that, the leader and founder of Ethereum Mission will tell you that if you have 10,000 Ghana cedi in your account and you do not know you have that amount of money, you will be poor. So of course we have the innate ability, you get it, but if you have not awoken to it, or you do not know you have those funds, you do not have it. At that moment, you don't have the resources. And certain times or sometimes you realize that there can be some challenges that you feel it's beyond you. You really need certain things outside of you. Even your innate abilities will let you know that this thing, you may have to fall on someone for solutions. So if I say you do not have the resources, perhaps that very moment you do not have, or yes, you do not have, or because of certain situations that you find yourself, you are not able to reflect on it and get solutions. So it could also be a hindrance. So yes, we have everything is within us, yes, but sometimes that is why we interrelate, and or you may have to call on another person to get it. What do you say? Or you still stand by what you say?
No, I agree from that explanation. I think your earlier submission, or how I understood your earlier submission, was the fact that people had. No, I wasn't looking at it from the external bits, but yeah, I agree with you in terms of looking at the external bit, knowing that, and as much as you have these resources too, sometimes it's equally important that you reach out for help, like you said. So yeah, I agree.
Thank you. And that's what I like about Ethereum Mission. I've visited Ethereum Mission a couple of times, and even during sermons, you have the ability to ask questions for clarification and everything. So, in fact, Ethereum Mission, you are practical, and I really appreciate that. We have been listening to Ethereum Mission. We are learning every now and then, and at least you agree that you have learned. So that's good to hear. Let's acknowledge some of our viewers on Facebook. We have Trudy Atia Akosa watching. We have Christiana Amoako. We have Divina Glory. She says, hi from Aslan, California, USA. We have Yofi Ankara. He says, thank you so much, teacher. Always trust in life's process. We have Divina Glory coming back to say, thank you, appreciate you all. And the leader and founder of Ethereum Mission is thrilled by your delivery. He says, great wisdom. Wow. We are really privileged to have you. We really missed you so much. And we are happy to know everything is fine, and we just took some breaks to concentrate on food. That's really impressive and amazing. With Ethereum Mission, the anniversary. So those of us who are not currently in Ghana and would like to have some gifts for our loved ones, we want to gift or bless certain attributes within some people. What do we do? Or if you want to bless Ethereum Mission as a spiritual organization, or would I say church, what do we do?
Dorcas, I think your question in itself, to some extent, has answered it. The fact that you can pray for them from wherever you are. And I also gave our WhatsApp numbers. So that is a way of you also showing your appreciation or blessing the church, because I also mentioned that it's going to be in three folds, where the last part was about giving to Ethereum Mission. So we have our WhatsApp numbers, which I would mention again, so that you can just send your contributions as a way of participating in the program. So just to mention it again, the number is 0264 177 633 or 0548 177 633. So for those that want to contribute, these are the numbers.
Thank you very much. That was a right answer to do. I mean, I just wanted the numbers once again. Thank you. So Papa Smiley says I should inform you he misses you so much and welcome back to the show. He comes back to say, and I quote, they say you can't pour from an empty cup. If that is so, should one look at things from this narrow picture before looking at life's bigger picture?
Was that a question? Can you please come again?
Great.
Can you please come again?
Sure. He says, they say you can't pour from an empty cup. You can't pour from an empty cup. An empty cup, of course. If there is nothing in a cup, what are you pouring? You can't pour from an empty cup. So he's saying that if that is so, should one look at things from this narrow perspective before looking at life's bigger picture?
I don't think I understand the question. Perhaps you could help me better understand the question.
I think he's trying to say, if I understand, he means that since you cannot pour from an empty cup, in other words, if you do not have anything, okay, I mean, you cannot pour from an empty cup. You don't have anything in the cup, so you can't pour. So if I understand the statement, or his question, he means that if there are challenges, okay, if you are not able to look at the bigger picture, or you are not able to take yourself out of the context of your situation, how then do you look at the bigger picture?
If you're not able to, so I think I mentioned the fact that sometimes you might be in the situation and you might not see the bigger picture. I think that was a statement I made. And that's even how come I talked about possibility living, which allows you to see the potential or the number of infinite possibilities that could be in that situation that you are facing. So I think that's where possibility living comes to play, which allows you to see, I mean, you're in the situation, sometimes it's painful, yes. So it becomes very hard for you to acknowledge that. But position yourself to see that good could come out from that.
Certainly. I think you even answered it with your practical explanation, looking at the fact that you were not comfortable with IT, but you still pursued it, and now you see the relevance or the importance of it. So though you didn't like it, or it was, scary, you still went ahead to pursue it. So you didn't look at the fact that there were hindrances, or you were not comfortable with it. You still went ahead, and now you see it in the bigger picture. You didn't know why you had to do that. So, I mean, you answered it in that way. Thank you, Abigail. Could you please give us the location of Ethereum mission once again, and perhaps the activities for the anniversary, and then we draw the curtain.
Okay, so Ethereum mission once again is located at the General Ankara High Street, next to the Guel filling station at Sakaman, Accra. Our telephone number is 0264-177-633, or you can also call us on 0548-177-633. So like I initially shared, these are also our WhatsApp numbers. And so if you want to be receiving daily inspirational messages, you can equally reach out and we can add you to our various platforms. These are equally our mobile money numbers. So if you want to contribute and support the good that we are here to promote, you can equally send your contributions to these numbers, and I take them again, 0264-177-633 or 0548-177-633. Also, if you're in Takrade, we have a branch there at the Dave Street in the Anaji Estates, and the number to reach is 0561-166-330. Also in Kumasi, we have another branch at the Deba Courts Hotel behind Dr. Badru in Adiembra. The telephone number is 0561 166 331. Also in UK, we have a branch at the 58 Orange Park Avenue, Mitcham, Surrey. The postcode is CR4 2DG. And the phone number to reach is 0208 646 129. So like I mentioned, this month of August is our 45th anniversary month, where we are celebrating our 45 years of being in spiritual empowerment. And so this Sunday is our gifting day, where we are inviting you, I'm inviting you to come along with your gifts, with your presence, especially your presence in itself will be a gift to us. So come and celebrate our anniversary with us. So I look forward to seeing you all in this coming Sunday and also in the subsequent Sunday. Every Sunday has an activity, a special packed activity. So come and join us and let's celebrate the anniversary. Thank you, and thank you once again for listening.
Thank you. It's really a pleasure to have you on the show. And are we having you on Tuesday?
Yes.
Okay. So Papa Smiley comes back to say, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and no other things shall be added. So that's just about it. Thank you once again, and see you on Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Father, Mother God, lift my vision beyond duality and seeming opposites to that sacred vision of your one and indivisible self. O God, grant me the blessed vision that sees only your divine presence in and through all of life. You are the only power without opposite. There is nothing else besides you. You encompass the earth, the solar and other starry systems and galaxies. You alone are God. To you I surrender always, and from you I draw my power. So now, my spirit rises with the spirit of life, and the sound of my voice echoes in the hearts of all men.
God is all that there is. God is all that lies.